Boho Grandmacore is an enchanting fusion of two beloved design aesthetics, bohemian free-spiritedness and nostalgic, vintage charm. This emerging trend is a celebration of coziness, individuality, and layers of history woven into a home's decor. It takes the well-loved elements of bohemian interiors, such as rich textiles, plants, and eclectic collections, and marries them with the sentimental, comforting touch of Grandmacore, which embraces heirloom-style furniture, delicate lace, and floral motifs. The result is a space that feels inviting, timeless, and full of personality. As homeowners seek warmth and authenticity in their interiors, Boho Grandmacore offers an escape into a world where every piece has a story, and imperfection is embraced. This style speaks to those who long for the past while enjoying the relaxed and artistic energy of boho living, making it an irresistible aesthetic for lovers of vintage and handmade treasures alike. Let us know in the comments if you're as enchanted by Boho Grandmacore as we are. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more vintage-inspired home decor ideas. At its core, Boho Grandmacore is about comfort and self-expression. This style embraces a layered approach, combining plush textiles, antique furniture, and handcrafted details to create an environment that feels lived in and deeply personal. Soft, overstuffed sofas adorned with crocheted throws, vintage needlepoint pillows, and stacks of old books set the tone for a space that prioritizes warmth. Unlike minimalist aesthetics that strip away excess, Boho Grandmacore encourages collecting, displaying, and celebrating objects with sentimental value. Whether it's a collection of mismatched china or a gallery wall of faded family photos, this aesthetic thrives on nostalgia. The beauty of Boho Grandmacore is that it doesn't follow strict design rules, it allows for creativity, layering, and a mix of eras and influences, resulting in an effortless yet deeply curated space. The color palette of Boho Grandmacore leans towards warm, earthy tones mixed with soft pastels and deep vintage hues. Think of a sun-faded Persian rug, antique cream-colored lace, and muted olive green walls. Dusty rose, mustard yellow, soft sage, and warm terracotta create a vintage-inspired yet grounded aesthetic. Unlike modern bohemian styles that often incorporate bold and bright colors, Boho Grandmacore leans towards a more subdued, time-worn feel. These colors work together to create a welcoming, relaxed atmosphere that evokes memories of old country cottages and heirloom interiors. Patterns play an essential role as well, with delicate florals, classic paisleys, and subtle stripes adding visual interest to textiles and wallpapers. The key is to create a harmonious color story that feels warm and nostalgic while allowing for eclectic layering. Furniture in Boho Grandmacore interiors is all about mixing styles, eras, and textures. Pieces that look as though they have been passed down through generations, such as a weathered wooden hutch, an embroidered footstool, or a vintage iron bed frame, help establish the nostalgic foundation of the space. Pair these with softer, bohemian elements like a rattan peacock chair, an oversized floor cushion, or a macrame hammock to bring in a relaxed, artsy feel. The beauty of this style is that nothing has to match perfectly. In fact, mismatched furniture adds to the charm. Look for second-hand and antique pieces that tell a story, from clawfoot tables to Art Deco dressers. The combination of ornate, vintage details and relaxed, boho styling creates a layered, inviting interior where comfort and beauty coexist. Textiles play a crucial role in boho grandmacore, adding texture, warmth, and depth to the space. Lace curtains, velvet drapes, and handwoven tapestries all contribute to the old-world charm. Quilted bedspreads, embroidered cushions, and knitted throws add another level of comfort, creating a space that invites you to sink in and relax. Vintage fabrics such as toile, floral chintz, and delicate crochet add a sense of history, while bohemian elements like Moroccan rugs and contour throws introduce an eclectic twist. The layering of textiles is essential to achieving this aesthetic, mixing patterns, materials, and weights to create a space that feels both nostalgic and effortlessly cozy. Decorating in boho grandmacore style means filling a space with objects that hold meaning, whether they are family heirlooms, flea market finds, or handmade crafts. Vintage tea sets, delicate porcelain figurines, and old-fashioned clocks bring the grandmacore aesthetic to life. Meanwhile, bohemian touches like beaded curtains, ceramic vases with dried flowers, and handmade pottery add a free-spirited element. Bookshelves brimming with old hardcover books, candlelit sconces, and mismatched picture frames contribute to a layered and collected look. This is a space where nostalgia reigns, and every trinket has a history and a story to tell. Wallpaper is an essential component of Boho Grandmacore, adding an element of vintage charm and visual interest. Floral patterns, damask prints, and Victorian-inspired designs create a cozy, enveloping feel. If wallpaper isn't an option, painted wainscoting or hand-painted murals can bring similar character to a room. Wall decor includes an eclectic mix of vintage mirrors, framed embroidery, and antique botanical prints. The goal is to create walls that feel like they belong in a charming cottage filled with generations of memories. Layering art with vintage-inspired shelves and hanging textiles can further enhance the Boho Grandmacore aesthetic. No Boho Grandmacore interior is complete without an abundance of greenery. Houseplants add a fresh, organic touch to balance the antique and vintage elements. Hanging ivy, potted ferns, and flowering plants in decorative ceramic pots soften the space and bring in a sense of tranquility. Wicker plant stands, macrame plant hangers, and vintage-style terrariums integrate the bohemian side of the aesthetic while reinforcing the sense of nostalgia and old-world charm. Lighting in Boho Grandmacore interiors is all about warmth and ambience. Think of soft glowing table lamps with fringed shades, vintage sconces with candlelight effects, and fairy lights draped across a four-poster bed. Antique chandeliers add a touch of grandeur, while bohemian lanterns and Moroccan-style pendant lights bring in a whimsical touch. Layering different light sources ensures a cozy, inviting atmosphere that enhances the nostalgic feel of the space. The magic of boho grandmacore lies in how personal it feels. This is not a cookie-cutter aesthetic, it thrives on individuality, cherished memories, and meaningful decor. Whether it's displaying your grandmother's china, repurposing a vintage cabinet, or hand-stitching your own cushion covers, every element adds to the story of the home. This aesthetic is about surrounding yourself with beauty, comfort, and a deep sense of history while allowing space for creativity and free-spirited living. The kitchen in a boho grandmacore home is a warm and welcoming space, filled with nostalgic charm and practical beauty. Open shelves adorned with vintage china, floral patterned teacups, and antique glass jars create a visually appealing yet functional setup. A classic farmhouse sink, checkered curtains, and a wooden dining table with mismatched chairs capture the essence of a well-loved, old-world kitchen. The bohemian influence shines through in the use of colorful ceramic dishes, handmade pottery, and woven placemats. Copper cookware hanging from racks, lace-trimmed tablecloths, and fresh herbs in rustic clay pots add authenticity to the space. The goal is to create a cozy, lived-in kitchen where homemade meals, fresh-baked bread, and afternoon tea feel like everyday rituals steeped in tradition and comfort. The charm of boho grandmacore isn't confined to the indoors, it extends to outdoor spaces as well. A cottage-style garden with wildflowers, climbing roses, and vintage wrought iron furniture is the perfect extension of this aesthetic. String lights hanging from trees, weathered wooden benches, and a vintage tea cart set up for afternoon relaxation add a dreamy, nostalgic ambience. A cozy corner with oversized floor cushions, a macrame hammock, or a wicker rocking chair brings in the bohemian influence. Potted plants in aged terracotta pots, antique bird cages filled with candles, and rustic lanterns complete the picture of an outdoor haven. Whether it's a front porch filled with potted lavender or a backyard oasis with a reclaimed wood dining table, these outdoor spaces embrace nature, romance, and the slow, simple pleasures of life. One of the most appealing aspects of Boho Grandmacore is its sustainability. This aesthetic naturally lends itself to upcycling, repurposing, and valuing older, pre-loved pieces. Instead of mass-produced furniture, this style encourages thrifting, antique hunting, and DIY projects to give old objects new life. A vintage dresser can be repainted in a soft pastel shade, old lace curtains can be repurposed into pillow covers, and an antique mirror can become a statement piece above a distressed wooden console. This sustainable approach to decorating not only adds character to the home but also reduces waste and promotes conscious consumerism. Handmade and artisan-crafted pieces further enhance the uniqueness of the space, making each home a reflection of creativity and mindful living. One of the joys of Boho Grandmacore is how effortlessly it transitions through the seasons. In spring and summer, light, airy fabrics like cotton and linen take center stage, with floral prints and fresh greenery brightening the space. Vintage lace tablecloths, sun-washed pastel colors, and wildflower bouquets create a soft, breezy ambience. In autumn, the aesthetic shifts toward warm tones, knitted throws, and candlelit corners, while dried flowers and rustic wood elements add cozy depth. During winter, the home transforms into a nostalgic haven with rich velvet textures, woolen blankets, and twinkling fairy lights enhancing the comforting warmth. Seasonal decorations like vintage Christmas ornaments, hand-sewn stockings, or autumn wreaths can be seamlessly incorporated while maintaining the overall aesthetic. Boho Grandmacore is more than just a design trend, it's a lifestyle that embraces nostalgia, artistry, and comfort in every detail. It is about creating a space that tells a story, where each piece of furniture, every textile, and all the small trinkets evoke memories of the past while celebrating the beauty of imperfection. This aesthetic thrives on the balance between old and new, structured and relaxed, refined and whimsical. Whether you are curating a vintage-inspired reading nook, styling an antique-filled kitchen, or designing a garden retreat, Boho Grandmacore encourages personal expression and an appreciation for history. In a world that often moves too fast, this style invites you to slow down, enjoy the little things, and fill your home with meaning, warmth, and timeless charm. Let us know in the comments if you're as enchanted by Boho Grandmacore as we are. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more vintage-inspired home decor ideas. See you in the next video.